This video is essentially just going to be about the little hidden messages that was in Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance. I first want to say I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I was just sitting there. I didn't get up and dance or anything because I just wanted to absorb everything because there was so many different messages from, and I'm gonna get to the other stuff, but just from the fact how they even formed that American flag, I was like, yo, that's amazing. But you form the American flag with an all black male and female choreography crew. Okay. So that in of itself to me was representative of America was built on the backs of black people already. You know, you got the red, got the white, you got the blue. I also liked how later on you ended up seeing how like there was a part where someone people were saying like, could this have been your Little Wayne and whatnot? Because it was a part where they were all like sitting down and they were in like prison uniforms and stuff like that. And they had the grills and they're doing all the little extra stuff and all that kind of stuff, which I thought was actually pretty cool. Just to see it. Of course, he played Not Like Us. Then he played that one song that was in the end of Black Panther with SZA. I really liked that song. I loved how, I mean, that song is just so emotional because I always think about Chadwick Boseman who passed away too early, I would say, definitely. But that one kind of like was getting me a little, a little like, I was getting a little. But yeah, I mean, I thought the whole performance was just overall beautiful. It was a gorgeous performance. Um, he brought out Serena Williams. She was crip walking and she looked like she was having some good big fun. Of course, you got Sammy Jackson being Uncle Sam, and I love the whole outfit. And, he's gonna show up and show out. So I mean, all of them. That was just really nice. And you got like the old kind of style with the bell bottoms pants that Kendrick was wearing as well. I like that all the women were fully clothed. Yeah, they be having these women get up on stage, their pone is out. It just be too much sometimes. So I like that they were fully clothed in that regard. The music selections were really good. I think only like one or two songs I didn't know. But I listened to him, but not like that. Just like with a lot of different rappers as well. But I enjoyed the music selection, all of it. I was like, okay, this is nice. I liked how you had like you have like a PlayStation remote with the square, triangle, circle, and X, and it's showing that America is like they're playing like a game. So you could look at it as well, like with Squid Game, for example, which they use the same kind of symbols, or you could look at it like a PlayStation, game where it says game over, like time for a revolution. Something needs to change. You're not gonna keep being puppet master to all of us. You know what I mean? Especially when you guys created us. And what I mean by that is how you got all the crime, you got all this kind of stuff that's going on with certain laws and rules that's been put in place. You kind of created those Rays and Pookies that you're talking about right here, in a sense. So I thought that was interesting. I mean, there was so much going on. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm just trying to absorb every single thing that was in here. But let's go ahead and play this video, and then we're gonna get into just other little specific examples as well. On guard. All right. So let's get into some of these other things that people were saying. Obviously, it's just now written out. All right. So it says connecting the K dots. Did y'all catch the symbolism in Kendrick's Super Bowl performance? When Uncle Sam says this is the great American game, it's a double entendre. He's referencing America's most popular sport, NFL, of course, and he's introducing a story about a game of America, politics, capitalism, exploitation, everything else that goes in with that, okay? Which is definitely true. That's what it is. America is a very individualistic society. Okay, there's no real community. Now you have certain people who are, but overall, America is pick yourself up by bootstraps. You need to get to work. You need to be successful. You need to do it. Don't rely on anyone else. So it's all of that kind of stuff as well. Well, Sam being played by Samuel L. Jackson was intentional because this was him up in Django. He played the house slave in Django Unchained 2012, where he was used by the slave master to keep the other slaves in line. Okay, the house slave or the house, you know what. Okay, a black Uncle Sam represents the affluent black people at the top used to do the same thing in modern society. Ben Carlson, Candace Owens, stuff like that. Until you cross the line, okay, then we gotta put you back in check, okay? Kendrick plays an unreleased track from his GNX album. That was probably the song I didn't know. He says the revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. It's clear that during one of the most watched events in television, Kendrick intends to highlight the real American game, okay? After Squabble Up, Uncle Sam chimes in saying the performance is too ghetto and asks if Kendrick really knows how to play the game. Uncle Sam, who is really more of an Uncle Tom, represents entities that try to censor, control, and profit off of Black American culture, which is something that we see all of the time. In response to this, Kendrick plays humble and his dancers in the notably divided American flag formation while bobbing their heads, yes, in compliance. I mean, there's so much stuff to see with this. I was just like, there was so much. It was crazy. I was just trying to absorb it all. I was like, oh, but this means something. That means something. That means something. Oh my goodness. And since the next shot shows Kendrick and his dancers on a prison yard, that's what I was talking about earlier. The lights in the background say, warning, wrong way. You see that? Right there. Representing the need for redirection for Black people in America, economic, social, and political. Which I thought that was really cool how they were able to like get the lights up there and do all that, because then you've seen it say game over later on. After this is the street light sign, a scene. Street lights represents the dangers of growing up in the inner city, where Black children are told to be home by the time the street lights come on. Uncle Sam scolds Kendrick and his group for using the culture cheat code, referencing racial profiling. Uncle Sam asks the scorekeeper to deduct one life. Wow. Like this. And they said this guy, let me see if I can enlarge it. They're saying this guy right here is supposed to be like your Little Wayne. And then it says, Kendrick teases playing Not Like Us, but pivots to play ballads with SZA. Uncle Sam says that's what American wants, nice and calm. And that's the whole thing, because there's been this whole controversy where you've been seeing a lot of different people, mostly we know who, going and saying like, oh, well, I didn't like it because, I don't want to be lectured to. I don't want history. Just entertain me. House Negro, entertain me. You just get up and dance, make me laugh, ha 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 ha. And that's all it is. Black people are just supposed to be like puppets, like, okay, let me go in, make you laugh, let me get up here and shuck and jive. So I thought that was actually quite interesting. And I loved how they went into that. And, SZA, her voice is amazing, by the way, okay? Kendrick interrupts Uncle Sam's nod of approval and says 40 acres and a mule, this is bigger than the music. K. Dot finally performs Not Like Us, complete with Compton superstar Serena Williams crip walking in a tennis skirt. This isn't just a shot at her ex, which I didn't even know that they dated, Drake, but a nod to her being criticized for crip walking after beating Maria Sharapova in the 2012 Wimbledon match, which I didn't even know about that. I did see her. Maybe that was the same one that I did see her crip walking. And that's the thing with Serena. She gets a lot of criticism. Oh, you're with the white dude. Well, I was giving Black dudes a chance, and y'all were calling me manly and ugly and all this other stuff. Yeah, but still, it's like with with certain people, they could literally just wake up and stretch, and you say, oh, you're stretching too hard. Look at you. It's like, what? I didn't catch this one. This is of them, being dead. Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's so much. And then game over. Kendrick ends the show with TV off, continuing in his choice to defy Uncle Sam's demand for Kendrick to comply and play the game of respectability politics. The lights in the background say game over. It can also represent the end to his beef with Drake as well as the end to America's game with the revolution. Wow. I mean, this whole thing, there was so much here. It was literally so much. It's one of those things where you gotta watch it slow and pick apart every little thing because it was just so much here. From this says Kendrick's message is blacker than a mofo. And it says on the national stage with the 1986 Buick GNX Black S. You know what? It says having Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam, like his character when he was playing in Django, as I mentioned as well. And it says rolling up with an all black crew, black men and women, while displaying the colors of the American flag, but they never actually recreate the flag on stage, representing the strong disconnect between America and the black community, which is very, very true. We're gonna keep it real. And I end up seeing this post that's been going around. It says this halftime show was more than entertainment. It was a powerful statement with hidden messages, and that's what I said. A lot of people just wanted something to just shuck and jive and make me laugh, just entertain me. I don't want anything else. Just like what I say, like when people watch football, and majority of the players in football are black, yet y'all don't like black people. So that don't make any sense. Oh, it's for your parlays and it's just for entertainment, but nothing else. Gotcha. All right, so we got the whole, once again, Sammy Jackson as Uncle Sam. 2, a warning to Kendrick Jackson telling him to play the game white American wants, a white American expects. Squid Game stage symbolizing the rich exploiting the poor, and that as well is not just the game, it's all these divisions that you're having, okay, where it's like, okay, class war, race war, let's make it a race war, even though the people at the top, they're making all the money off of all of this. Red, white, and blue dancers representing the American flag. What is missing? Prison yard stage, a reminder of mass incarceration as black performers harmonized. Yep. Protecting black women, a nod to Serena Williams after Drake's disrespect. Karma never misses. The They Not Like Us, a message to Drake in America. Our culture is real. And that's the thing. They Not Like Us isn't just it, because you would say if it's just Drake, it'd be like he's not like us. You know what I mean? It's everyone who is included in that. Okay. Call to action. The world is in crisis. Turn off the TV, organize and unite. Yes. Game over and the audience, a bold statement demanding change. Rewatch and pay attention. Yeah, that's the thing. It ain't just a show like this. That's why when I was first watching it, I didn't get up and dance and all that. I wanted to really just absorb it all. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like this is a lot. And I knew because, you hear how Kendrick raps and all that. And I'm like, this man, he's going to put in the work. He ain't going to just be sitting up here giving you some fluffy stuff. And that's the thing. People are like, well, where's the diversity? Weren't y'all the same ones that said DEI, which is diversity? Y'all didn't want diversity, equity, and inclusion. Y'all said y'all didn't want that. And now you complaining because you see all black people on stage. You say, well, where are the white folks? Well, where's the Indians? Y'all don't want no Indians up there. Y'all don't want no Asian people up there either. Y'all don't want no Hispanics up there either. Let's not even play like that's what you want, because that's not what you want. You just don't like that there was none but black folks up there. Okay. Anyways, something that I did notice though, and then we're gonna move over, is one performer apparently has now been officially banned from Niffle stuff, where he put up a Sudan and Gaza flag. I don't think this was a part of the performance because he got banned and it was only him. Okay, he was, he had the flag, he was running. Now, you didn't see this unless you seen video from people who were there, okay? Because the cameras conveniently made sure not to capture any of this because I was a little confused as well, okay? But as you can see right here, this guy right there, as you see, and you see that person right there, they're like, I don't think this guy was supposed to do this during the performance. He's getting all up in the way. I'm like, I don't think he was supposed to be doing this, okay? And he said, hey, it was worth the risk. So he was cool with it. So, I guess. But you see, now they're getting him down like, yo, you're not supposed to be up here. You got the dudes in suits, the security had appeared, looking like, yeah, this dude was not supposed to be up here doing all this. Yeah, you see, yeah, they made sure that they blocked that out. Yeah, these people right here did not know that was going to happen at all. But yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. This is what one person on X had to say. They said, nah, y'all don't understand. Everything this man Kendrick is doing on stage is a whole metaphor. The stuff is poetic as you know what, for real. From the dancers' camera angles, Uncle Sam Jackson, and how they're playing around the red, white, and blue. That's the thing. You have people who were being obtuse on purpose, who they didn't want to realize that this is what it is. Okay, they didn't want to understand it. They knew, but they were like, I don't want to acknowledge it. So I'm just not. I'm gonna say I just didn't like it. It just wasn't good. You even had grannies. I seen this old white lady. She's getting up. She was, yeah. Okay. And then I just wanted to end it with this. I'm not about to read all of this. I am going to put it on the screen so you can see. Hopefully, I'm gonna make it big enough. And then that was part one. And this here is part two. Feel free to freeze the video. Y'all, I am tired. Okay. But let me know what you all think. Did you all enjoy the halftime performance? I know I did. I enjoyed the message. I thought it was great. I thought all the people that were on there were great additions. I also thought it was interesting that SZA was also wearing red, all red as well. But let me know what you all think about that down below.